In a previous D&D vlog, I pushed up the idea character leveling, and we're just going to jump into it a little bit to provide some framework for this vlog regarding guilds and player opportunities. So D&D, the excitement, the loot, the monsters, the magic items, but leveling up. You gain that experience. This is kind of the pinnacle of the past couple of gaming sessions. You acquire that new level. You get some new hit points, you get some new abilities, you open up some new spells. But at the same time, we explored this idea, and I pushed this up to the archive here on my channel. You need to be updating your gear. +1 longsword at level 2 or 3 is okay. +1 longsword level 5 or 6, you're not keeping up with challenge rating. Likewise, taking some of the gold or the treasure equivalency and pumping that, depending on the dungeon master, depending on the adventure, the campaign, pumping that into contacts, NPCs, developing that network. So if you find yourself in a certain type of adventure and you need some hooks or you need some help, you can go to the Temple of Helm. You can go to the guild, and through some role play, ROLE with the DM, you can kind of unlock certain things. So let's jump in with this idea of guilds in a D&D game, factions, from the perspective of the DM, the dungeon master. Is this something that you have? I utilize guilds and factions in all of my homebrew campaigns because not only do they provide a background story, there's some sort of event going on, there's something happening in the game. Usually it's the political motivations for various reasons on that alignment scale, that alignment chart, that they're looking to do. So it's naturally going to interact with the party. It's naturally going to interact with NPCs, and it's going to kind of drive that. The PCs can work against it, work for it, be neutral, possibly even join it. Now, I will sprinkle in opportunities here and there for players, my players, to join a guild or a faction or a group. And I always try to give 2 or 3 opportunities. The first, of course, will be aligned directly with their class. Now, I'm going to dress the name up, and we're going to make it a little bit more exciting and a little bit more exotic. But if you're a fighter, then you're going to have an opportunity to join the Fighters Guild because this is going to help network with similar NPCs. This is going to give you access to gear and training. It's going to give me some adventure hooks, some different things. It's going to help with leveling up your character when you need a little bit of a push. Second to that is going to be a guild or an opportunity to join a faction that has some intrigue, that is going to look to challenge you as a player to use your skills, your class skills, your character skills outside of the predefined norms. Fritz, what do you mean by that? Well, if you're a fighter, maybe I'll offer, and maybe you'll join the Mages Guild. And now you'll be a bodyguard. You'll be a heavy. You'll be a little bit of muscle there. You'll be challenged to use your character class in ways that it's not intended. Sometimes you swing a sword. Sometimes it's the mere threat of the sword. So I look for both roleplay, ROLL, and roleplay, ROLE, with how I push that out. Now, the idea behind this, of course, is I want to give out personalized quests. When I'm writing a campaign, there's a background story. The party's working together as a whole to interact with that. And often, who knows really where it's going to go? Who knows? Even campaigns that I kind of see a direction they're going in, I'm always open to changing it, the possibility in that moment. But while that's going on, there's kind of these sub-quests or other options where you network with your guild, you work with your guild, they give you some sub-quests. They might say, hey, along your travels, if you can acquire these items, we will buy them at a premium price. Oh, we heard you're going into this area. Be on the lookout for this rogue guild member. And of course, then I'll put that rogue guild member in as an NPC somewhere, maybe working with another faction. So this idea of sub-connections, sub-quests, which will give a little bit more of something, some pocket gold, some magic items, some contacts to the players, helping them, of course, level up, that third section of leveling up. But at the same time, this constant churning in a good way of creating additional plot hooks, additional opportunities that they can utilize as players and that I can utilize as a DM. So as a dungeon master, in your games, do you offer the opportunity to join guilds, factions, alliances, organizations, kind of that networking opportunity? And if so, what role does it play in your game, in your campaign, and how do you roll that out?